think it will take a few minutes for notifications to go out this morning because I didn't get the little scheduled bit set up where you can see it a few minutes ahead. So we'll get everybody here. But Alice is here already. She was ready and waiting. Amazing. Hello, Alice. Good morning. And now I can see you all. And right. So pages so far with this kit. Hello, Elaine. So here is Monday's page all finished up with the journaling all ready to go. Hello, Sarah. And then other things I've done with this kit. This one from last Friday, all finished with the journaling here now. Needed all that space. Ended up moving this from here to here. I like it better there. Good morning, Claire. And this is where I started. Is that right? Yeah. So I've done a 2 photo, a 1 photo, a 2 photo, and today a 4 photo. And I'm breaking out the sky paper. Right. Good morning, Nancy and Anne. So I am going to break out this one. I'm very excited. So that's the cloud paper from Heidi Swap's Carefree collection. But there's going to be a lot of other pattern paper on here too, including this. And I don't have enough of that one left. Okay, not that. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, do I do it? I think I might. I might put that in there too. Okay, let's get these layouts out of the way so I don't squash them. Sarah says her June kit arrived already. Mine did too. It's right here. What is this magic? They are coming very fast. There's my salvage patina. There's my free booper from National Scrapbook Day. Yeah, and I have these, and I did a silly thing and I left this in my cart when I already had it in my stash. So that means, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? It means there's going to be a giveaway later in the month. Because I'm pretty sure. Oh, hold on. It might be slightly different than the set I had. Okay. Now I feel stupid. Maybe if it's slightly different, I will do a... I'm confused now. Is it different to the set that I have? I'd already pulled that out, so okay, I will tell you next time. But, you know, maybe I'll have to do a giveaway anyway because I just said so. But it'll have to ship from them instead of me or something. I don't know. We'll find something out. But now that I look at it, I feel like this is different to the set I already had. Has Scrapbook.com done 2 different Magical Day? A day at the parks kind of page? I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, if it's a duplicate, I'll do a giveaway. If it's not a duplicate, I'll give away something. But the kit is here, all the way here. Do you want me to open this so that you can see this ink color? Do we need, I'm not going to scrap with it today, but I'm not opposed to sharing what it looks like if you want me to. So, hello. My name is Shamel. I teach online scrapbooking classes. I design scrapbooking products. And I help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job. And that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it is considered advertising. And I have to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. I hope you find it enjoyable. And if you feel compelled to, you know, shop through an affiliate link or sign up for a class, awesome. But if not, you're also welcome to just, you know, scrap along, watch for fun, for free. Right. Do you want me to open this ink pad? Oh my goodness. Nancy is watching at 3:40 a.m. Nancy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right. So today I'm going to need a sheet of white cardstock anyway. So I will show you this ink pad on the back. Oh, No, I can even do it on the front and the bit where I'm going to cover it up. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Georgia says she looked and there's only one set called Magical Day, which I don't dispute. But I am curious if the set I have looks the same. But we'll figure it out. All right. Ready, ready, ready? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Alice is up at 3:40 in the morning too. Are you ladies up early for Friday, or you haven't gone to bed from Thursday? We've been partying hard on a Thursday. It is a very Tiffany color. You're right. It looks like it there. Are you ready? Are you ready? So, I'm going to be covering up the middle of this white cardstock. So for today, I will show it to you blended with a booper. There we go. Fade it out. It actually looks really nice with this cloud paper. Alice says she's too old to party. Nice, yeah. And just because it's exciting and also nerve-wracking for some of you. That's what it looks like. Concentrated straight onto there. Nice. I'm going to blend it out just so that I can get on with my layout. But yeah, very Tiffany, very pretty. Georgia. Georgia says now spray water onto it. Okay, hold on. It's going to be my layout. Claire wants to know how close it is to peacock feathers. Well, hold on. I can help with that problem. Here's peacock feathers. Ooh, there you go. Yeah. And here they bend. There's no gesso on there or anything. Get a paintbrush. Oh, what's happened to that paintbrush? Sometimes my paintbrushes get used by the whole neighborhood of small children, and then they end up back in the desk with wilderness included. Oh, wilderness and a bit of yellow paint, it looks like. Okay, it's very pretty. There we go. Nancy enjoys getting up this early to watch. Well, she doesn't enjoy getting up this early necessarily, but her family thinks she's crazy, but she enjoys watching it live rather than on the replay. So she's here. She's here. Well, I salute your dedication. That is what I do. I salute your dedication. Claire was worried that those two colors, that peacock feathers and salvage patina, would be too close. But no, they're not. And especially in the oxide, I think if you were just looking at the ink, you could, I mean, it would take a lot of patience, but you could get them pretty close to each other by just layering up lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of salvage patina and eventually getting closer to peacock feathers. But in the oxides, they're going to keep their shades a little bit more. So yes, that's exciting. So that's the color we're going to work with next month. And Claire is right. Still no peach. Campaign for peach. It's true. And we have a spokesperson, you know, a celebrity spokesperson, because, you know, Peaches and Cream Barbie is totally on side. Yes? It's a Gen X color, I have to say. All right. So today. Now, funny story. Those other layouts. Of the three I've done one with cherry blossoms. Yes, Elaine says if you want to see all the differences in similar colors, yeah, Tim's got a launch video on his that will show you in way more detail than that. And he'll show you all the different products where I only have the oxide. Yeah, okay. And so I did the one with the cherry blossoms, and then these two were the second and third Sundays since lockdown opened and lockdown started to lift and we started going back to lessons in the city. And so I decided, go ahead and complete this, just make this a thing. So today I'm going to do the first one, and that's going to be these 4 photos. Now, I took a little tip from someone because a while back I showed how different ways that I print multiple photos on one blank, and whether they have space in the middle and space around the edge and all of that. And one of the suggestions was to use the Canon Selfie Layout app. And I had tried this a while back when that particular app came out. And I didn't get on with it. It was always crashing. I could never get to a finished image. And when it's so straightforward in lots of other apps, I was like, well, why am I going to spend time on a buggy app? And somebody replied to say, it used to be really buggy for me too, but I've updated recently and it's working. So I gave it a try. I updated recently and it's working. Were you ready for that big news update? So I've printed these from the Selfie Layout app using their N up feature to put 2 on a print. And then when you go to print, you get the choice of borderless or bordered. So let me show you the difference that I got. So this is the bordered size. So this is printing 2 on a 4x6, but then choosing yes to borders. And this one was 2 up using no borders. You still get the space in the middle, and indeed it did actually still give me a little bit of a border around the edge. That's not on white cardstock, that is the photo. So it wasn't true edge to edge, which I'm cool with. And it keeps the white in the middle, which Project Life app will give you all the way across and not have a line in the middle on their 2 3x4s on a 4x6. But there's the difference in size as to whether you pick borders or no borders. It's a pretty big difference. But I'm going to do 4 photos with this smallest size today. All right. Now, I didn't mind doing that. If you've just joined and you're like, what's the deal with that background? We're just testing out some ink pads because that part of today's paper is going to get covered up. Right. So we are going to have this in this order because I like chronology. So they're going to go like that. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a 10 by 11 box of pattern paper. So just enough skew-if that it's going to give me a slightly different balance on the white background than a nice even box around the edge. Yeah. So I'm going to piece together different pattern papers to make this box that's going to be about 10 by 11 inches. And a big chunk of it is going to be cloud. All right. So bring this down here. I know I'm using a trimmer. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So I'm going to do this one at 7. Yeah. Which gives me 5 by 12 that I'm saving for later. And this is going to be 7 by 10. at 2 a.m. and saw a camera stamp set that apparently was very Shmel. But can she find it? Can she remember it? No. 2 a.m. is rubbish. Okay. So see how that's going to be? There's going to be some top space. I just realized, I don't know if you can see that. I've cut the branding strip off ever so slightly wrong, so there's this little bit of barcode left. I gotta fix that up. Okay, so I want all of these then to be 10. Just looking. Am I gonna put more of that green in? I kind of think I am. Okay. What's the other side of this is dots. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna have some green. So we'll do 2 by 10 in green. So if, apparently it's now going to become a game. Orangina says, let's make it a game to see if you can find the set of stamps that, is it all cameras, Laura? Very camera, very Shmelish stamp set with, yeah, that Laura found. And if you can find it, and Laura can identify it as, yes, that's the one that I saw at 2 a.m., you win the game. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Okay. Bottom of that might be skew if it's okay. So here's the sort of thing that we want to build this up like that. Now, I've got London buildings in these pictures. So I know I've already added in white cardstock, but I'm also going to add in craft if I can find where I put my craft cardstock. I remember I saw it and I put it in a spot because organized. Where was the spot? Georgia, you want to tell me? Where did I put it? Is that it? No. This is not craft. That's cream. I so wanted a sheet of craft and I had seen it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, I don't want to bore you with it, so let's see what else I can come up with that's pretty close really quick. That's not big enough. Right. How annoying. Alright, hopefully there's something in this little stack that'll work. Very quickly. Otherwise, I might have to go with the cream. Because I need an edge, basically. I want an edge to that stack of papers that I just put on there. What does the cream look like if we ink it? I'm curious now. Georgia says, this is why you have friends help you organize, so that when you forget where something is, you have help remembering. Apparently Laura also needed that at 2 a.m. Alice says, are Inkadinkadoo and Bo Bunny still doing products? Bo Bunny is still doing products because they are now owned by American Crafts. I'm not sure about Inkadinkadoo. It might be. Okay, I want brown edging. I need to swap. I've got black on the desk. I want brown. I think at some point I'm going to lose commenting today because iPad didn't get charged overnight. Whoops. It's already telling me that it wants to give up on the battery. All right. I'm going to go with cream and lots of brown ink and, you know, just mess with your head that I'm going to mix white and cream on the same page. It's going to be fine. And if nothing else, by the end, if you decide you don't like white and cream on the same page, you'll have watched me do it, and then you'll know that you don't want to do it. Ah! Orange Junior reports that Bo Bunny has a cloud paper almost identical to this month's cloud paper. And there was, oh, my hero! I can keep the chat. Somebody brought me a battery pack. The Adhesive Avenger brings the battery. Oh, yes. He saved the day. Right, what was I saying? Oh, cloud papers. Different cloud papers I have loved over the years. I didn't know about the Bo Bunny one, but I definitely had Basic Gray that worked brilliantly. I had Cosmo Cricket. I think I maybe even, was there an October Afternoon cloud paper? All of these things. I love it. I love a cloud paper. Always. Okay. Speaking, Joanne had to go in and out of the video to get everything to work. Speaking of that, right before I went live, I was having some connecting issues. So if it goes blurry, shout at me in the comments so that I can fix that up as much as possible by changing a couple settings. Oh, Elaine says Vicky also had a sky paper. Yay. That one going there. And this one over here. Oh, hold on. 11. Ignore me. Move that in. I don't really want these to be completely even, so I'm going to make the mug strip a little bit narrower. There we go. I did have a pink sky paper, but I never had a sky paper that was like this. All of mine were illustrated sky papers rather than photo-based sky papers, if that makes sense. Most photo-based papers are not my thing. Skies are my exception. And there are multiple exceptions. It's not a hard and fast rule, but if you've scrapbooked as long as I have, you remember the days of whole packs of paper where everything was just a photo. So, like, I'm sorry, but I am still haunted in my dreams to this day by spaghetti paper. No. It was like a whole photo realistic paper of, it wasn't nice spaghetti, it was like spaghetti that you get in a tin. Like SpaghettiOs spaghetti. And in fact, I think there was a SpaghettiOs one too. Yeah, no. Oh. Claire says she can't deal with photorealistic butterflies. They have to be like cartoony sketched butterflies for Claire. Right, I'm going to get that bit of barcode off here because it'll be harder later, I guess. Now, this big box going on here. Now, a heads up, should you wish to be a bit more mixed media-ish, you've got a white background and a framed item here. Yeah? So, if you wanted to be mixedy up, you could pencil that line in and then do ink that's going to come out around the edges here. Totally could. Right. Laura, I believe. Has Laura found the stamps? Okay. Oh, sorry, Rebecca. No, we're on YouTube, not Facebook. If you need notifications, you need to subscribe and click the bell. Oh, it says that Georgia has posted the link. Oh, can I change it to, I think, oh, here, yeah. Change my setting to be all messages. I think if you have it on top chat, then links get hidden. Anyway, right, I will have a look back. Yay. Okay, so there we are. So you could add inky stuff to the white, but for now I'm going to leave this like this. And then, no, it was that way. So we've got a vertical element and then a horizontal element. And Julianne had the ugliest photorealistic paper of a gazillion French fries. Maybe next NSD we do a challenge of the papers of what was I thinking when I bought this. Oh no. Laura is enabling the audience today. And Laura has sent it to me in a link, in a message. She sent me the link in a message. Okay, I will have a look later. Amazing. Right. Now, I need to make this horizontal bit work. And what is my status on my Pink Fresh packaging? Because I'm going to go for that today. That's a good thing, Orangina. Orangina says she cannot play the What Was I Thinking game with her stash because she's purged it. She got rid of the things that make her wonder what she was thinking. That's a good place to be. I do still have my sheets of crazy paper that I spent all that money on as a student and then wrote about. If you haven't read that story or heard me say it a million times. I have it as this like mental reminder. I don't have all of the sheets. I think I just kept one in the end. But yeah, it's like this mental reminder for me to not do that again. Use it while you love it. Now, the question being here, do I want these in a nice, I don't really want them to be all marching in a row. Okay then. I'm going to cut the grid. In a moment that hopefully won't become a What Was I Thinking. This was the packaging behind the letter stickers, by the way. Julianne reports she did use the French fry paper because her first son's first job was at McDonald's. And so she used it on a 2-page spread, but she might like to re-scrap it nowadays. you know, that's probably the design thought, the marketing thought behind that was, you know, what could you do with the French fry paper? Oh, well, you can scrapbook McDonald's, either a job at McDonald's or a trip to McDonald's. I almost guarantee that discussion happened in a room at some point about that product. Okay, so here's what I started to think. I don't want them to just march across here, so I'm going to add in some other paper mats here. I'm going to do some layers. Oh, yes. But at least now I've got my horizontal element to work with. Okay, I want this one that says ready, set, go. More, you say? I do say more. More. Oh, speaking of more and the way we spell more around here. So, I said oh no, it wasn't. It was, so Wonder Boy was, I think, reading a text message between the Adhesive Avenger and I, and it said something about I can has and whatever we were gonna have for dinner. Like the two of us were out, and he was saying what he'd like us to bring home to eat. But it was written in lolcat, I can has, yeah, which is the exact same place where the more MOAR comes from. And so he read it and he was like, Daddy knows not to say that, right? He knows that's not a sentence. You don't say I can has. You say may I have. And he was so confused. And so we're on the train. Oh, I'm glad that you're not confused in the comments. Loads of you giving me cheeseburger moments. Yes. So on the train, I then try to pull up the cheeseburger site to show him cat memes and what is a lolcat. And oh my goodness, he was just like, I'm sorry, what? And the cheeseburger website doesn't look like it did in the day. So it's a lot harder to navigate. Oh, I totally messed that up. And so I then ended up having to image search for the original memes. I'm like, what is wrong with the world that lolcats are outdated and I have to find historical references? But apparently I do. So, so then I educated him in lolcats. So of course he goes to school the next day. Guess what's for lunch? Guess what's for lunch? Guess what's for lunch? They get a choice. And guess what the choices were? Cheeseburger or hot dog? And I said really quietly, because I knew it wasn't the right way to ask, but I really, really wanted to. I said to the lady serving the food, I can have cheeseburger, please? I think he went for a hot dog, but anyway, he asked for it in lolcat loldog speak. And then she said, sorry. And then he picked his voice up and said it in the normal volume. And I'm just like, this is the most amazing moment ever. I can have a hot dog, please? I'm sorry. May I have a hot dog, please? Because he was like, I know I'm not supposed to say it that way, but it's so funny. He's a retro child. Whether he knows it or not. Okay, so how are these all going to fit now that I've put extra stuff in there? Or do I put all the pictures of stuff down here and separate the picture of him? No, I don't like that either. No, no, no. Oh, Bev doesn't know what a lolcat is. Okay, so now I have to give the same speech but without visual references. So, Bev, lolcats, it was a website where you could put text on a photo of a cat, and then all of the text that would be on the photo of the cat would be if the cat was speaking. And the idea being that the cats are actually immensely intelligent, but they've never been, like, they've never had, like, writing lessons. So their English is slightly off, but they are cats and they know what they want and they are basically ruling the world. So, and the original cat, the reason that the cheeseburger thing was this cat that filled basically the entire frame with the caption, "Icon has cheeseburger." And it all went from there. All right. I'm going to have to move this over. Georgia reports that her cat told her this is truly how cats speak. Alice had never heard of lolcats either. I don't know where y'all were in the early 2000s. But not on the cheeseburger website, clearly. Okay, so let's gonna experiment here with moving them around. I think that's better. Yeah. Okay, although now I'm kind of conscious that I've put his photo underneath on both sides. Oh my goodness, Laura reports that there's a talking budgie who says I can has cheeseburger. Of course, because what else would you teach a budgie to say? There's a lady I follow on Instagram who said she was talking about her budgie who speaks a little. And her budgie repeats things that she says in her Instagram stories, but also including the budgie just says, "I'm going to do Instagram stories," because apparently that's like something that she would say in order to get like some quiet in the house. Like she would announce to her family, "I'm going to do Instagram stories," so that they don't like talk at her while she's talking to her phone. And so now the budgie says, "I'm going to do Instagram stories." Hello, Suze. And who else just popped in? Heather. Heather says, "What time is it here?" It's 10:15 in the morning on Friday. Yes. Elaine is still recovering from the Millennium Bug because she didn't know anything about lolcats either. I can't believe how many of you don't know about lolcats. But if I can educate a 7-year-old, I can educate you all. Okay, but you know what this needs? Pop it up, pop it up. It is. It's time to pop it up, pop it up. Oh, by the way, I just saw this in my desk and I thought maybe I should share. Are you ready? Are you ready? British company, Paper Cuts by Amy. Like magically inspired stickers. Yeah. I haven't done an order with her. I got this in an order from another little independent British company that does magically inspired bath bombs. And then this was the kind of bonus with purchase. But it's cute, right? So I haven't had a look at what else she does, but I'm going to. But it even says scrapbook sticker sheet. So yeah, that's a Slinky Dog one, obviously. But yeah, Paper Cuts by Amy. British one-woman show kind of thing. Cute. So I think I might try something with that soon to figure out, like, how would I use those in my style. Georgia says, "This layout needs lolcats." Oh, you Americans, up so early. Cannot believe your dedication. And the other side of the world are staying up late to watch. So, a little bit of everything. All right. Popping it up, popping it up. Dun, 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 dun. So all the photos are going quite low. Okay. So now I've got loads of space. Loads of space. All right. So let's figure out. Oh! Is this the time when I finally use that giant Vicky title? Is this it? The first Sunday of Freedom? Does that get the big one? Right there. Yeah? Okay, so since that's popped, even though this is thicker, it's gonna have to get popped because otherwise it's not gonna work. So the top bit needs popping. Okay, and is that up enough? It probably needs to be one more to hold the title. Alice says, where is Oz? Australia! Or do you mean where in Oz? But yeah, Oz is Australia. And I know that even as someone who's from Kansas. There was one funny thing here because when I moved to England, I mean, there's loads more Australians in England than in Kansas. Yeah. And the shampoo brand where I grew up, we called it Aussie, like with this sound. And then when I moved here and I realized everyone Australian says Aussie, like with a Z sound, I was like, oh, that's really embarrassing. I've had it wrong all these years. Okay. Ready, say, go! All this happiness. Can you still... I've just covered up the pineapple sign. You can see a little bit of it. I know where he is. It's okay. All right. Now what? Okay. Circles. Oh yes, Claire points out. In America we say Pantene. But in all of Europe, I believe, or maybe not, but definitely in the UK, it's Pantene, and that's even on the adverts, spelled the same way. Okay. I want a little line of circles. I didn't ink that, and I'm okay with that. It's going to be this nice, bright moment. Ah! Jean gives us a plot thickens moment, which is the Aussies say Pantene. Mind blown. Mind blown. Okay, a line of circles going up this join here. Okay, I really love these chipboard circles, but if you don't pull them off the backing carefully, they do split. So I'm just gonna say, be careful. The Kiwis also have their adverts say Pantene instead of Pantene. I need someone French to find out. If they say Pantene in French, I'm gonna pass out. That's just wrong. Elaine, Head and Shoulders is Head and Shoulders. You're fine. Phew. I don't know what they call that in France, but Head and Shoulders is still Head and Shoulders. Okay. That one. See, it just wants to split a little bit. Georgia says they call it knees and toes in America. Ah, Georgia. She likes to cause a little bit of trouble. Okay. You know what I've done now. Now that I've done them in a line, I have to keep them like a similar distance apart. Okay. There. No. It's not it. It's not it. There. All right. We're going to find out if you can move these. Because now I don't like the placement. Okay, you can. I was realizing that this one was not centered. It was a little bit off to the right, and I liked it that way. So then I wanted the others to be similarly off center. Sue's listened to the Scrapbook Your Way interview, and she noticed that I kept slipping into a British accent, and it made her happy. Oh, Orangina says that Google reports Pantene in France. Okay, not Pantene, because that would just be weird. Right. Am I going to put another one up here? Because I kind of wanted to bring that one to, because it's got the blue and the pink. Oh, yes. Axe and Lynx are the same product. And we had it in the UK a lot longer than in America. Oh, ink. But yes, my accent is funny. Oh, Georgia says Galaxy Chocolate is Dove in the US, but it's not really. That one is at a corporate level, but it is not the same. It's not the same recipe. So don't believe the hype. Oh my goodness. When I was a teacher, boys would come in and spray Lynx all over the place. And I cannot breathe that stuff. Oh my goodness. And it's one of the few things I used to throw children out of my room for. Get out to my classroom, take your aerosol with you, go stand in the hall until you are not a cloud of aerosol. Right. How are we doing so far? Okay. Orangina says American chocolate is brown colored sugar and wax. Brown colored sugar and wax. It's the wax that gets me. And I grew up on it. It was awesome until you have something that's not that. And then you're like, ah. Right. Jean, no, not Jean. Crafty Phoebe says another one down here would only show a little bit. Oh, wrong sheet. It's mock lit. Oh my goodness, have we seen the new Friends Lego set? I haven't even built Central Perk because it's my reward for getting this floor of the house all sorted. Well, the studio all sorted. I just said floor of the house, and that's going to be a longer project. Right. Do I put one there? Oh, here. Could be a white one that has those. The reason I'm not 100% on putting one there is because I'm going to end up covering most of it up. And I don't... Oh, here. Perfect answer. Perfect answer. Favorite with an American spelling. Okay. Got it. Oh! Have we got a French speaker verifying that the French say Pantene and not Pantene? Amazing. There we go. Yes. That was the right call, Crafty Phoebe. Thank you. Oh, Sarah booked tickets to Friends Fest. Friends Fest is a blast. Enjoy, enjoy. Journaling space. Title. Oh, I wanted to put the sunshine on here. So let's do something with that. And we've got labels. There's plenty more in here. All right. Give me that grid. And a block. And then scattered straw, which is from a previous kit. And it was tattered rose that worked really well for the center. Or do I go with something, do you want to see it in a brighter color? I've got, oh, or I wonder if mustard would work well, because that's a bit mustardy there. If I got mustard seed around. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yes, I do have mustard seed. But I had to stretch down to my toes to get it. And warmer weather, things opening up. Someone has been using all my muscles and they're sore. What is that about? Okay. So let's do 2 yellows. I'm just going to put it straight onto some of that Pink Fresh packaging. Crafty Phoebe hasn't seen the Friends reunion news. Yeah, they've done a reunion episode, and there was a teaser out for it yesterday. It's on all their Instagrams. Okay, and then scattered straw to go underneath. It's okay, Crafty Phoebe. We are here to keep you informed of these things. This is an acceptable way to find out that there's a Friends reunion. Yes? Do you like this color combination? So that's mustard seed in the middle and scattered straw for the rays. And then I'm going to use just an ink that I've been using to do the edges. So plain old distress ink here to put the sunshine's face on. Sue says, how is our peach, the campaign for peach? How is it going? Wow. Maybe I need to do some more campaigning this week. But yeah, I definitely need to bring out our spokesperson and get her in on the act. Yeah, I think you missed at the very beginning, Suze. We have a celebrity spokesperson for the campaign for Peach, and that is obviously Peaches and Cream Barbie. So hopefully you're on board with that. Right, then I'm going to cut this out. Welcome to the most exciting thing that ever happened on a live. I'm going to cut something up. Right. So here's how I do this shape with a million tiny pieces that come out. So I just go in all separate cuts. until they meet in the middle and pull toward the center. So that if it doesn't meet perfectly, any little bits that are going to pull underneath. I don't know if I'm teaching your grandma how to suck eggs there, but you know, me and my scissors, we get along. This is how we get along. Somebody did leave a comment the other day about they wish I would come out with these scissors in other colors or different sizes, or, you know, bring out like more scissors, basically. More scissors. And they didn't realize that I wasn't working with American Crafts anymore. So I said, well, you know, if AC brings out scissors, they very well might, but they wouldn't be mine. And then I got to thinking, because if you've been around a long time, you might remember a very strange random moment. Oh, it was Alice who wanted more scissors. Sorry, Alice. Yeah. So Alice might have realized. I don't know. Anyway. So Alice, you got me thinking, because years ago, there was a company that kept sending me messages to say we'd really like to co-brand with you and put your, it was in Glitter Girl days. We'd really like to make some Glitter Girl branded products with like glitter infused stuff. But here's what it was. It was frying pans. They wanted to make Glitter Girl frying pans. And I was like, you realize that it's impossible for me to cook a meal without setting off the fire alarm, right? Somehow I don't think that I'm your influencer for this particular product. As much as I would like a glittery frying pan, I didn't feel like this was something I could do. And now, I wish I'd kept the details of this company, because I wonder if they also make scissors by any chance. Yeah, it was one of the oddest moments ever. The ones I get now that I say thank you but no thank you for are at-home facelifts. I get a lot of at-home facelift influencer requests lately. And I'm just like, really? Really? Yeah, I never know what to start or where to start. What do you say to somebody who says, hi, I think I could make your Instagram better by giving you an at-home facelift kit? I know, frying pans, who knew? There we go. Yeah, absolutely no connection to scrapbooking. But a lot of these companies, they don't look at all at what you're doing. They're just looking at numbers, and it's a bit like scam stuff. It's not. It may not be a scam. It may be. It may not be a scam, but you know how like scams work on that idea? If we email 10,000 people, we'll find somebody who falls for it. I think glittery frying pans, similar kind of thing. Okay. See? That makes me very happy. Look how cute. Right. Claire says she was doing PR reviews for things like paint pens and craft products, and so then they sent her a shower caddy. And Elaine says there are 8-inch American Craft scissors in the current scrapbooking cards today. Cool, cool. I have that right behind me. We can look. What scissors have they got? Page 34. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, from DIY Shop. Yeah, DIY Shop have had scissors a few times. Yeah. So they'll be similar size. Yeah. Oh, Claire declined the shower caddy review job. Well, how do you review it? It holds my stuff. I put it in the shower. Lovely. All right. What magazine is that? That is Scrapbook and Cards Today. And I always put it on the bottom of the shopping list for Best of Both Worlds because it's free with your order. So there you go. Orangina says, are the Glitter Girl scissors manufactured by Fiskars? No. They were manufactured by AC. Yep. They were indeed with the Glitter Girl collection. Yeah, I don't think, like, if you found them in a shop today, that would be a very lucky find because they have been completely gone from the warehouse for a long time and no intention of remaking them. Yeah, but there was a giant lot that went out to Tuesday morning at one point, and then they kind of flew off the shelves Tuesday morning, and that was the end of that. All right. Now, I'm going to use one more bit of grid because I'm going to use that as my journaling card, and it's going to go up here. And it's going to be about this tall, she says. Oh. Yeah. And oh, Jennifer McGuire has these. I don't know if she's still using them, but when they were new, she put them in her favorite products video at the end of the year. It was a big deal. I was so glad she liked them. It's awesome. Oh yes, I do use the Fiskars sharpener for all my scissors. Where is it hiding? It's here. Get one. Never have dull scissors again. Yeah. You put it in there, and there, and you sharpen like a knife. Yeah, I shouldn't do it live because I need to pay attention. But yeah, brilliant. Fiskars scissors sharpener. It's not expensive, lasts forever. Yes. Okay, I want that a little bit narrower. Not sure how much narrower, so. Oh, it's looking a little bit boxier than I kind of wanted. I could journal straight onto the green. That would be at odds with the radial pattern. Could journal straight onto the clouds, which I do quite enjoy. So maybe I'll do that, and the journaling will come over here. But the reason I was kind of thinking about a box over here, which could work, but it's not fitting the vibe of what I've put on the page already. But if it fits the vibe of what you're doing, the reason I was thinking that is because then you've got like a nice place to hold a grouping of embellishments to the side here. Okay. I think I'm going to journal here and have it fit so that it nestles along the side of that title. Yeah. That's going to be journaling. Right. Then let's put the stuff that will finish it all off aside from that. Ooh. Okay. Labels. Do I want anything else from this big one? I think no. The small one. Kind of want do I put in another sunshine? Or do I go with something different? It's very heavy where that's so much black on that circle. It's visually heavy. Other options include a butterfly. Oh, that was over here. Which I think I might like more. I think I like that better. Okay. I'm not sticking those because I'm going to figure out what, like I'm not pushing them down. I haven't inked them yet. I'm going to decide what's going there. Okay. And I think these little stars. Hello, Carmelita. And Kay. Kay, you're in the Facebook group now, correct? Tell me it worked. Tell me it worked. I don't like it here. I thought I would, but I don't. Better. Yay, it did work. Brilliant, Kay. Sorry it took so long. Right. I do have it. I was going to say, where do I have enamel dots in this kit? Yes, I do. They're green. Bring on my green dots. Where are my green dots at? There they are. Because I like the little star with the sunshine. Do I like a grouping over here? Or maybe do I bring this up here? I think that's what's going to happen. Did I definitely just have three? Whoops, three left. I think so. Yeah, I've got a heart. So I could, hold on. I could bring all three stars up there. And I could put a heart with the cute little sun. Same spot. Okay. I think we all agree you are fine, Jen. No such thing as too many scissors. It's all good. In fact, it's all good. It says so right there. Okay. All good. So this is why I sometimes really like these boxes of things that are not squares and aren't 12 by 12. So if you joined in late, this grouping of pattern papers that make this box here, it's 10 by 11. So that you are getting, well, I mean, you could still put it in the center, you know what I mean, but you're getting this kind of, you're going to have a section that's bigger. You're going to have an offset space. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So then, which green do I want to bring in? There's not a great match to that olivey one. So I think I need to go with the one that has the most contrast, which is the darkest green. And I think I need to use the little ones. Oh, and stick it to the page, not to me. There we go. So each star gets tiny little heart there, or tiny little heart, tiny little dot. And then I think that lightest color as well to make each one into a little triangle. But I'm using all the mini sized. Like that. Okay, and then bring one of those in each color down to here. Is Laura a big fan of green? Or is it the opposite? The green is making you nervous. I love a bit of green. Okay. Can I bring in orange? Because I kind of want to. Okay, I'm going to bring that there. Ink. Okay, Laura loves green. Okay, I'm safe. It's not sarcasm. Oh, Orangina likes the wrapping paper slicers. Those keep getting advertised to me on social media. And I'm very tempted, very tempted. Keeping in mind, journaling is going to go in here, and I'm going to write straight onto that background. Now, thoughts on what pen? I've been using this one a fair bit, and it's thicker than I love. So I'm not going to use this one straight on here. This is LA Studio, but it's a Sharpie, like an ultra fine Sharpie, but it's still a little thicker than what I would use. It's probably a 0.8 or a 0.5, where these are smaller. So this I won't use. Oh, I could, probably won't use brown on this one, but this is when I do use brown. It's an 03. And this is a gray that's even smaller, that's a 0.1. I have a feeling this gray is too light and will not be legible on that blue. Oh, Orangina has enough Sharpies to know that Sharpie is weird. They say ultrafine and the pen are the same size, and they are not. Interesting. Good to know. I want something here. Okay. Oh, I know. No, it's not going to go here. It's going to go here, and I know what it is. Where's my stamps? Come here, come here, come here. Right. My block. And the mustard. Yes, mustard. If it goes wrong, now I've got trouble, but... Oh, I need a smaller book. There we go. Okay, so the sunshine stamp has a sentiment. And it's going to fit right here. So happy. Crafty Phoebe says, what is Color Study? Color Study is this collection that these stickers are from, and there's some of it in the June kit as well. It's a Vicky B collection. It's very colorful and joyous. Oh my goodness, that tiny bit of yellow makes me really happy. I cannot begin to explain. Yes. Okay. All right. That cleaned up and put away so I don't lose it. And then mist, journaling, question. Have something. It's nearly done. Yes, right. A question for you. When I went back through my April pages, which I posted on Facebook, and I'll get them posted on Instagram as well. When I went through, there was the Zelda page, link page, and I'd used embroidery floss and used the whole set. Like, I didn't untwist it. And when I went back to put the journaling on and look at it, it was just way too chunky, and I didn't like it. So I pulled it apart and took it back to just single threads, and I liked it way better. So I'm just going to throw that out there. And Alice wants to know what the stamp sentiment says. It says, "Hey there, sunshine." There we go. So if you made that page and you also thought the embroidery floss was a bit meh, that's my suggestion. Take it apart. It was just too heavy. Right. So here's what I'm thinking is, does it need some of, does it need this kind of energy? That was a lot. It doesn't need this much behind the sunshine. But does it need this kind of energy is what I'm asking. Does it need thread? Or do you like it cleaner without? Could also be stitched. Like you could stitch these edges on the machine, or you could stitch the outside of that box. Would look really nice too. Okay. That's still quite a lot. I'm going to take it back in half again. Oh, I'm not going to cover him up. Don't worry. I'm not going to cover him up. Oh, Carmelita says she loves the idea of thread, but it never comes out quite right for her. So, the trick is you can't be too orderly. Like, I mean, you don't want it to be orderly. My phrasing wasn't helpful there. So, like you could, here, let me illustrate what not to do. So you could make it into a little loop, and then you end up with this, and when you go to put it on your page, then it's basically a circle element. So that works if you're trying to do something like that. So if you wanted to bring your attention to what is then, I'll let go of it. If you want to bring your attention to what's in the circle, for example, there's this big sculpture here that says "Hello London," then you could do that. But if you're trying to make it random, doing that does not work. So you can do, yes, someone who just said that in the comments, Phoebe said, you can do a figure of 8. And don't do too much thread. Oh, and Suze points out, don't use black. It's a bit like red mist. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you've seen red mist as a crime scene, you can't see it as anything else. I've tied this one in too many knots now. She says, no, don't use black. Okay. So more a gather in the middle kind of situation. And then pinch. Yeah. So now I've got some loops and some loose ends. Then, different ways to do adhesive. Either put the adhesive down on the paper where you want it, or if you use dots, you can pick it up and lift it like that. And then put it underneath. So the part that's sticky is the part that's covered up, and then once that little central section is covered up, then you can manipulate the loose ends until you like them. Hi, Sophia. Okay, so pinch in the middle. Yeah, so if you had it as a figure 8 like that, but then pinch, bring it together more like bunny ears, and you'll get a bit more randomness. Adhesives over here. It's okay, Georgia, we'll be done in 5 minutes. You're not going to miss anything. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to do my wrap up. So this one can then go under this side. Once one bit is stuck, then you can move the rest around. Yeah. And I had one more place for it to go because you know I love a triangle. So I'm going to put a tiny bit in the top corner. Right. And then I'm going to wrap up. So my journaling is going to go in this space here. Oh, and I talked about pens and never made a decision. So what I was thinking is that because I've got the title in black and because this text is in black, using a black pen is probably the right answer for this layout, but I want it to be a fine point black pen, not that thicker one. So definitely like a 3 or a 1, not a 5 or an 8. Yeah. Oh, this one has not gone to plan. I might redo that one later. Okay. Let's do the wrap up. So there'll be a little bit of thread coming out here, and then text here, fine point black pen. Yeah. If you wanted more, you are putting this big box onto a white background, so you could do mixed media type stuff around the back and then put that on top. Should you wish to have, paint or ink around that edge, it would look gorgeous and would definitely be a different way of more. Yes. And you could also bring in more enamel dots in these spots where I put the threads. And remember, there's going to be a little bit of thread up there as well. The other thing you might want to do is take this ink, which is then here too, and bring it down here somewhere. So you could even just do a couple little dots or a tiny little heart if you wanted more. But you don't have to do that, of course. Right, if you needed to not journal in an open space, like the pattern paper you put here isn't writable, or you just are not happy writing straight on a background and it makes you nervous, then you could cut a journaling box to fit over here. And you could tuck it behind here. Just in that case, don't make it the same paper that you used here. And keep in mind that you're going to lose a lot of the pattern here. Yeah. You could also ink this outside edge if you wanted to add more color. You could ink it in the yellow, or you could ink it in the green from this kit, or you could ink it in the same ink that you've done all your edges in. If you want to see what it looks like turned, if you wanted to do a big strip of landscapes, you could do it that way. It would still look cool. You need to twist all your circles so that their sentiments are going the right way, and then you'd need to take your title and bring it out here, which would probably make a good space for journaling in between. Or you could bring the journaling down in kind of this corner. So it'd take a little bit of moving around, but it certainly would work. If you want to see it that way, you can see it that way. Twist. Yeah? All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I probably will put gold mist on it after the journaling too, because, it's me. And I thank you so much for coming to join me today, whether you were here live or you watch from Tomorrowland. If you enjoyed this, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and you like what you see, if you could subscribe and ring that bell, then you'll get notifications of every time I'm live, which is twice a week. Mondays at 1:30 p.m. UK time and Fridays at 9:30 in the morning UK time, but they are both available through the future. They stick around on my channel once they go, and they have to process for a while. It's not instant like on Facebook. So they process for a while and then they turn up here and they stay here. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful creative weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.